G'day, this is James Klobasa, the Expert's Mentor, and I am here with a great old friend of mine, Ridgely Goldsborough. It is so awesome to catch up with Ridgely today. He's in from the US, we're in Brisbane this morning, and I wanted to talk to Ridgely about the why. Now, a lot of people know the why from Simon Sinek, and what I wanted to get across today was how Ridgely and his company has been able to take that to the next level through tools and automation for larger sized businesses, corporations and this sort of thing. So Ridgely's going to do the why exercise on me and find out my why, but also I'd like him to just tell us maybe a little bit more about what they're up to in their company. So Ridgely, take it away.
Hey man, I think it's going to be great. I'm excited to do this for sure. Great to be here in Brisbane, hanging out, eating some great food, meeting some fabulous people, and doing a bit of why work. So you want to do your why first, or you want to talk about the why first?
Give us a quick intro to the why.
Yeah, so the reality is that out there in the world, most of the marketing, most of the messaging, most of the communication is based on what you make, what you manufacture, what you sell, what are the features, what are the benefits, and it's so tired. Everybody's saying my stuff is the latest, quickest, bestest, fastest, whatever. And the next guy says the same thing. And the guy over there says the same thing. Nobody listens to any of it. And it's just like a bunch of noise. What people care about is who are you first? Who is your genuine self? What are your values? What do you care about? Give me a reason to care about you. And as soon as I do that, then I'll care about what products or services you're offering. Because somebody down the road is offering the same thing. It's more about, hey, wait. Think about every friend you have. You don't care about what they do. You care about who are they.
So it's really going to the deeper level.
Exactly.
Instead of the surface level marketing tactics and strategies that are out there now, they're the things that people are bored with. The people out in the marketplace want to understand who you are and why you're doing what you're doing.
Because people want to feel good about their decision to do business with you. This is really important to understand. They want to think, the mindset that they want to be in is, wow, I feel great because I do business with James. And I want to point something out. It has nothing to do with you. It has to do with how do I feel because I'm doing business with you. See, it's always about the customer. It's always about how they feel, what's going on for them. And the way you can help them feel something is by being genuine and authentic.
Sure.
As opposed to clever and sloganish and markety.
Sure.
Right?
I totally understand it. So, obviously, finding out my why is part of the process. How about we dive into that?
Awesome. Let's do it.
Rip through that.
James Klobasa. There we go. The Expert's Mentor. All right. So what I'm going to ask you to do is I'm going to ask you to tell me a couple of stories. What's fascinating is because this is based in neuroscience and brain biology, it always works. Not sometimes. Biology always works. If you're starving, what do you want to do?
I want to eat.
Sometimes or every time?
All the time.
And if you're freezing, what do you want to do?
I want to get warm.
Every time. Biology always works. So what's going to happen is I'm going to ask you to tell me a couple of stories. And without even wanting to, you're going to end up telling me basically the same story twice. Because the pattern that repeats itself over and over is why you do what you do. It reveals your why. So, tell me about something that happened at Expert Mentor with another human being. In other words, a specific interaction that you can remember, almost like a movie in your mind, that made you feel great or successful.
Okay.
Awesome.
So, yeah, predominantly I deal with clients in the business realm, entrepreneurs looking to grow their businesses. Just recently, a client of mine, Rob, started off at about $10,000 a month. Quickly, we took him to about $42,000 a month. And it was just an awesome experience to have him light up.
Right. And what about him lighting up made you feel successful?
Was almost like I gave him a part of my freedom that I know exists.
And what about giving him that part of freedom? That's about him. What about that made you feel great?
I guess it was just the, well, I guess looking back at it, it's like him trusting in me enough to have executed on what I'd passed on.
And why is that important to you?
I guess it's that trust factor. If he's trusting me at that level, anything's possible.
Interesting. Perfect. Okay, great. Switch gears. Now I want you to tell me a second story, except that it can have nothing to do with work. And I know you got a great lifestyle, so I know there's lots of interactions that you have with lots of people. So tell me about something that happened with another human being, a specific incident that made you feel successful outside work.
Successful outside work. Okay. It's an interesting one. Successful outside work.
Yeah, awesome, great.
Okay, I'll go to just a recent, me and my partner Leonie, we take day trips to Double Island Point, a place I wish you had a couple more days, we could have gone there. Beautiful beach part of the world, like 45-minute drive up the beach, get to sleep in the back of the car, wake up in the sand, watch the sunrise, swim in the ocean, skinny dip, do all those great things that you do. Light a fire on the beach and all that sort of stuff. And it's just great that we have those times, like they're just special moments. It's where the world slows down.
So tell me about one, again, a specific incident.
Well, I guess just 2 days ago we were up the beach and we're just able to slow down, spend that time together. You know, as I said, sit by the fire, drink wine, eat chocolate, just be in the moment.
And what about that makes you feel successful?
I guess again that it's having someone else trust in you enough, as I mentioned earlier, but it's having someone trust in you enough to stop their life, what they're doing, and come and experience something genuine and real and slow and simple, and just trusting in you know that that's going to be a great experience.
Don't you find that fascinating? You knew ahead of time that you're going to tell the same story twice, and you did anyway.
I know, and for me, yeah, I guess for me it is that trust factor with people, with clients, with the people around me, even my partner's kids. It's great to have them trust and give you their full support, I guess, or full belief.
Yeah, and when someone violates your trust, it's like a knife in the stomach, isn't it?
Definitely.
Yeah, so you're wise to create relationships based on trust. And here's what's interesting. What's really interesting about that is, right now in the world, there's me, you, and the people watching this video that know that. You think it might be a good idea to let the rest of the world know this?
Sure, I'd say that'd probably help a bit.
Yeah, right, in terms of attracting great people to do business with, better, deeper relationships, all those kinds of things, we could express that. So how do you let the world know that you are trustworthy and can be counted on?
I guess my biggest thing in past business has always been delivering a result for someone. So having them trust in that even to the point maybe they don't trust me at the start, but by giving them the result, it changes their trust.
What else do you do? How do you do that? How do you let them know as you're going through the process? How do you live the fact that you can be counted on?
I'm always available.
Okay, what else?
I go the extra mile. So I'm switched on for them. I'm caring enough to, I guess, care and considerate enough to take the time to produce the result. I'm not careless with my time as far as their result is concerned. Their result is like my number one factor.
What else?
Well, I guess I'm considerate of another thing is for me is not just the result, but I'm considerate of their lifestyle. Because often I'm dealing with entrepreneurs that we may ask, I may ask them to change the way they're doing things, but at the same time I have to be considerate of their lifestyle. So in effect, improving their lifestyle is a big thing for me as well. So the way I'm operating, the tasks that I'm having them do has to be an improvement to when they came to me, what they came to me with.
Okay, cool. So if we were putting out a message to the world on your website, on Expert Mentor, right? If we're putting out a message, that would reflect how you view the world, the lens through which you look at things, so that you could share what you believe.
I was going to say, just to butt in a little bit, I was going to say my current message on the front of my website, and this might give some perspective of where it could go to, is launch your life. Launch your products, launch your life, live your dreams. Okay, so that's my current message. How do you see that changing?
Well, I see that changing enormously because there's nothing about trust in there.
Sure.
So it doesn't reflect who you really are.
Okay, perfect.
So if there was a video on there, it might sound something like this. I'm James Klobasa, and at Experts Mentor, we believe in relationships that are based in trust. When we work together, we're going to make sure we deliver results. I'll always be available and go the extra mile. I'm going to stay switched on for you, be caring and considerate enough to produce what we're looking to produce, because your result is my #1 factor. I'll be patient and thoughtful with your lifestyle, seeking to improve that no matter what. And if you're looking for someone you can always count on, call me. When you do that, you express your why, what you believe, what you stand for. People resonate and they're drawn in, they want to become a part of who you are. And here's what else is really cool. They will become ambassadors for you. They'll become the raving fans that talk about you and share you and what your value to the world is with everybody else out there.
Excellent. Excellent, Ridgely.
My pleasure, mate.
It's awesome today. Ridgely Goldsborough with the Why concept. Tell us, where can we find you?
Best place to go is to www.knowyourwhy.com. So just like it sounds, know your why, because everybody's got to know your why. We picture a world, by the way, where everybody knows their why. And that instead of seeing each other eye to eye, we actually begin to see each other why to why.
Awesome, Ridgely. Thanks very much.
My pleasure.